Dear friends, namaste, and that's Ramneek wake right in front of you. And friends, today here I shall be talking to you about pranayamas for Alzheimer's disease and Parkinson's disease. Now, friends, Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, both these disorders, these diseases, are becoming pretty common across the globe. Once a person crosses 60, 70, 80, with each 10 years, the chances of Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, they increase dramatically. Now, there are several pranayamas for trying to help those patients suffering from Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. But here I'll be talking to you about two of the very important ones, which are great for people suffering from Alzheimer's disease and Parkinson's disease. Now, friends, you got to remember that pranayama is a complete science in itself, and the role of pranayama is to oxygenate the cells of the system. So it really would not matter how you sit or what time of the day you do, or you're doing it indoors or outdoors, they are pretty irrelevant things. The thing which is going to make the huge difference is the ratio patterns between the four limbs of pranayamas and the bandhas or the pressure locks, which we apply in our system to further increase the cellular pressure drastically so that the cells can open up nicely and get detoxified and eventually get oxygenated. So friends, remember that whenever we do pranayama, the most important things are two. One are the ratio patterns between the four limbs of pranayama, that is inhalation, internal retention, exhalation, and external retention. And second are the bandhas or the pressure locks, which we apply in our system to further increase the pressure drastically. So the first pranayama we're going to be talking about here is internal retention of breath. A good pranayama for people suffering from Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease. Now in this pranayama, we've got three pillars working. The first pillar would be inhalation, the second would be internal retention, and the third would be exhalation. Now, inhalation is referred to as purak. Internal retention is referred to as antara kumbhak in Sanskrit. And exhalation is referred to as rechak in Sanskrit. So these are the three pillars we're going to be working with when we do this pranayama called as the internal retention of breath. Now, coming to the technique of this pranayama, the technique could go something like this. That first you're going to be sitting comfortably in whatever posture you can. I'm not telling you to sit cross-legged or keep your back straight. That's not what I mean. I just mean that you need to be comfortable. Because again, remember friends, that the role of pranayama is to oxygenate the cells of the system. It is not a physical exercise, it is a cellular exercise, okay? Now, the technique of this pranayama would go something like this. That first you're going to be inhaling in from both your nostrils to the count of 4, and your abdomen would expand outwards like this. After that, you're going to apply the Jalandhar Bandh, which is this, chin lock. And you're going to be holding yourself in that position till the count of 16. Now, that's a long count. After that, you'll open the Jalandhar Bandh like this, and after opening, you will exhale from both your nostrils to the count of 8. And that's going to complete your one round of internal retention of breath. Now let me again repeat the technique for you to make it easier so that you don't go wrong. First, you inhale from both your nostrils. Abdomen should expand outwards nicely. After that, you apply the chin lock, which is the Jalandhar Bandh, and you hold yourself in that position to the count of 16. And lastly, you open the Jalandhar Bandh and then exhale from both your nostrils to the count of 8. And that would complete your one round of the internal retention of breath pranayama. So, my friends, if you're suffering from Parkinson's or Alzheimer's, you must try practicing this pranayama. It's a good one for that. Again, remember to follow two very important things as you do this pranayama, because if you do not take care of those two instructions, you're not going to get any benefits. The first is that remember to follow the ratio patterns. It's 4, 16, 8. Remember, the retention is long and we have a deep exhalation. Second, remember that as you exhale, there should be no pauses in the entire exercise. Because many times people exhale and they exhale in bits and parts. So if you do like that, you're not going to get any benefits. So exhale in a gentle flow all the way to the count of 8. So that's my first pranayama for Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. Now let me talk about second. The second is Nari, Shodhan, Pranayama. Now Naris are basically subtle channels through which the prana flows in our system. They say that as blood travels through arteries and veins, Naris travel through subtle tube-like channels through which the prana flows in our system. And Shodhan stands for cleansing, that you're cleansing the Nari so that there is uninterrupted flow of prana in the system. Now, Nari Shodhan Pranayama is an important one for people suffering from Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. The technique of this pranayama would go something like this, that first you make an apan mudra like this with your active hand. Now you see the middle two fingers and the thumb are joined together. And these other two fingers are pointed outwards. So this is the apan mudra. So first you make an apan mudra with your active hand. The starting position would be that you close the right nostril like this and exhale out all from left and first empty your abdomen completely. Now this is the starting position. First step would be you inhale from left to the count of 4. Second step, close both, apply the band like this and hold 16. Third step would be open the band and exhale now from right deeply to the count of 8. Fourth, inhale right to the count of 4. Fifth, again close both, apply the Jalandhar band, hold 16. And last step, open the band and exhale deeply from left to the count of 8. And that would complete your one round of Nari Shodhan Pranayama. So friends, you got to remember 2-3 very important things as you do this pranayama. Because many times people do get confused. They say, sir, we just got confused from where to start, where to end. So the very important thing, number one, first get into the starting position before you actually start the pranayama. And the starting position is going to be close your right nostril, exhale out all from left, completely empty your abdomen right there, and that's your starting position. Next, remember that you always inhale from the same nostril through which you had exhaled. If you remember that, you're never going to get confused. Because many times people get confused. They say, well, I got all clustered. I get all mixed up from where to inhale, where to exhale. So remember, you always inhale from the same nostril through which you had exhaled. Again, remember to follow the ratio patterns, which is 4, 16, and 8. Remember, the retention is 4 times that of inhalation, and exhalation is double that of inhalation. So this is a very important pranayama for Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. Now friends, remember to follow the safety precautions while you're doing the pranayama, because there are several safety precautions a person should keep in mind before actually doing any pranayama. So do take care of the safety precautions before actually doing any pranayama. Friends, let me also tell you that I myself suffered from cancer 3 times, and pranayama, food therapy, meditation, they really helped me in the healing process. So if you want to get in touch with me, my cell and WhatsApp number is 9910178140. And I have over 1900 videos on YouTube. You can also check me out over there. The YouTube address is youtube.com/Ramneek. And friends, let me tell you, I also take online courses. They're online personalized courses which I take on pranayama, food therapy, and meditation. So if you're interested in any of those, you can directly get in touch with me. My personal cell and WhatsApp number is 9910178140. So namaste friends, do take care of yourselves and have a great day ahead.